Hello world, and welcome to the pick a card reading for September 28th to October 4th. If you see which pile is calling to you, I have timestamps down below. You can go ahead and go down there. Otherwise, I will tell you what these are. So pile number 1, oops, broke my chalk. This is Aqua or Quartz. Pile number 2 is Citrine. Pile number 3 is Fuchsite. So whatever pile you are drawn to, go down to the timestamp and find out what your message is for the week of September 28th to October 4th. What energies does that week have in store for you? And I'll meet you at your pile. Hello, pile number 1s. If you picked the Aqua or a Quartz, if that's what was calling to you, or the pile was calling to you, or the number was calling to you, you are in the right place. Let's take a look at what cards came out, and I have an advice card here as well. So card number 1 is the Fool. Next we have 7 of Cups, Page of Wands. That's a good card. This is a lucky week for you. Oh, and we have 21, the World. Very nice. So, right off the bat, this reminds me of a reading that I did last week. So if you picked pile number 1 last week, it looks like a continuation of that energy. So I believe the Fool and the Page of Wands were both in that pile. So something is beginning for you. The Fool, she is really enthusiastic, great energy here, ready to start something. You know, if you are still in that starting mode, I'm not surprised, because the 7 of Cups has now shown up here with a lot of options. You can see all the different options swirling around for you. I think if you are still in that enthusiastic beginning and you haven't set out where you're going to go yet or how you're going to channel that energy, it's because you have a ton of options, a ton of things to choose from. So to start down your path, you have to make a choice, right? This kind of reminds me of the Rush song, those who choose not to decide still have made a choice. Why don't you narrow something down? What is your passion? What are you interested in? What spiritually fills you with joy? This is a passion card here. Page of Wands. Wands deals with passion. We also have the Salamander. Your path, the right path for you. The World indicates that the path that you choose, that is your passion, is the right path. And it's going to be successful. So the Fool, she's ready to jump in, very enthusiastic. Page of Wands is a beginning card as well, not as enthusiastic, just looking down this path, and maybe it's a little daunting. Maybe it's, you know, there's going to be a lot of work going into this when you start off down your journey, but you know, a journey of 1,000 miles starts with one step. And if you want to end up here, you're going to have to start walking here. That's another interesting thing here is the Fool card. Notice that it is card 0 in the deck of the major arcana. This is the beginning of everything, basically. Enthusiastic energy, jumping off the cliff, ready to go, gung-ho. And there is going to be a lot of ups and downs before you get to this card. This is the final card in the major arcana. So that just shows me a couple things. There and it's between here and here, there is a lot of ups and downs. There's going to be a lot of learning. There's going to be a lot of walking, and that's okay. The journey is going to be worth it. And if you go with the flow here, you're going to be ending up sitting on a beach. This might also be an indication that you need to take some time off this week. Maybe take a break, relax, refresh. She's got refreshments, but celebrate any accomplishments that you've made. Celebrate your choice. Just your journey is not going to be over this week, though. Like I said, there are a lot of steps between this place and this place. Let's go back to the Seven of Cups because we are full of choices. And like I said, sometimes it's really difficult to make a choice, especially when you have so many and you have so much opportunity. And this is showing you that, yeah, you have a lot of opportunity before you. You can choose from pretty much anything that you want. With the World here, before you begin, think of where you want to end up and then make your choice of where you want to go. And you could write a book. You can do something creative. Like I said, since it's the Page of Wands, the Wands card, it's probably something that you're going to need to follow your passion on. So that's the advice for this week from those cards. And then the advice card that got pulled here is give into passion. So this really goes along great with the Wands. Like I said, give into passion. You might have some passion towards music. What is it? And even just putting together like a playlist that you can play in the morning that gets you excited to get out of bed and start your day. That might be something, just something as simple as that, just to get you through the week. But I definitely see music. I definitely see creativity in this passion. There are times in life when the best thing you can do is give in to passion. Whether it is the fire of a new relationship, the excitement of creating art, or simply the joy of spending a day on the beach under the heat of the sun. It can be good to let yourself go and just be, as long as whatever you are passionate about is positive force in your life. Love or creativity or just plain fun, it is important to occasionally stop worrying about being practical and simply follow your bliss. Yeah, this is so interesting that this is the card that got pulled for this week for this group, because like I said, it pairs so nicely here with the Wands since it's passion. Oh, and there are also salamanders here indicating, your fire energy, your creative energy, your passion. It also goes so, go with the flow here with the World. It mentioned sitting on the beach. So yeah, take a moment to do that. If you feel like, okay, I'm just having this really hectic day, I need to just regroup, go sit on the beach, go sit at the park, whatever it is that you can do. And, the Fool here, this said something about not necessarily being practical. Yeah, the Fool is not a practical card, but look at, she is having a great time. So I really see a fantastic week ahead of you. The biggest challenge I think that you're going to have is narrowing down your choices. But if you consider your passions, that is going to take you where you want to go. And you know what? The journey is not going to be easy, but that's the great thing. Like overcoming some obstacles here and there, it's going to make it that much more worth it for you in the end. So have a great week. If this reading resonated with you, please give me a like or thumbs up and follow me. I'm going to do these weekly. Hello, Pile 2. You are in the right place if you picked the Citrine or the pile or the number, whatever was calling to you. Let's take a look at the cards that got pulled for your energy for this week. Seven of Swords, Two of Wands, Page of Cups, and the Lovers. Okay, and we'll look at your advice card for this week in a little bit. First of all, Seven of Swords is a really interesting card. So first of all, I need you to tap into your intuition this week, and there's things may not be as they seem. This card can indicate betrayal and deception. Don't get too concerned about it. I think with this layout, it's not necessarily that, but I just have to warn you, if that resonates with you, if you think that, you know, something is not right, follow your intuition. However, with it right here next to the Two of Wands, the Two of Wands is a planning card. I think that this week, the Seven of... I think that this week, the Seven of Swords is about acting strategically. Two of Wands is planning. And this can be about being strategic. This can be about taking a shortcut. I spoke to a woman a couple weeks ago where this was her stalker card. Almost every reading that she had, and she had a lot of anxiety, the Seven of Swords kept coming up, and the anxiety didn't help because she kept worrying about somebody deceiving her. But like I said, if your intuition is telling you that that is okay, then this is probably telling you to take a shortcut in your planning. And for her, the quote that popped into my head is, I choose a lazy person to do a hard job because a lazy person will find an easy way to do it. And that's attributed to Bill Gates, although I've seen it go back and forth on the internet whether he really said that or not. But I love that quote because she was just trying way, 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 way too hard at things. And I told her that I thought that she really wasn't a lazy person at all, but that maybe she needed to look for some shortcuts and some ways to make things a little bit easier on herself. And with the Page of Cups, this is somebody who's taking time to be creative. So this, I think, is like really in the workspace, making plans from a safe position here. Discovery. I feel like you want to know, or you know what you want to manifest, and you are making plans here. And with this, the Seven of Swords, you might be being sneaky about that. So if you were looking for a new job, sending out those resumes, that's what I see here. And with the Lovers here, Lovers, it could indicate a relationship starting. You know, Page of Cups is about emotions, even though it's showing a lot of creativity in this card. You could be starting a new relationship this week, but with your planning here, this card could be also a bit about completion, as somebody helping you complete what you are planning here. And notice you have the world in your hands. You are ready to go out and whatever that plan is, go ahead and execute it. Going back to the Page of Cups again, creative opportunities. Oh, intuitive messages, yes. So follow your intuition, like I said. If a situation doesn't feel right to you, it's probably not right. Or if it seems off in some way, it probably is off. So just take a little bit of look at what is going on. Just be on guard a little bit for what's going on around you. But if you are actually like searching for a new job, or if you're the one being a little bit deceptive because you're making these big plans that you haven't told anybody about yet, then that is definitely what that card is about. Let me think. Is there anything else? The Lovers, like I said, this is about friendship or love. I mean, it definitely when it comes up in a love reading, it's a new partnership. In this, like I said, I almost see this as more work related, business related, something along those lines. So this could be a new partnership in that, indicating that you are going to execute your plan and it's going to be complete, because this is a completion. They're holding hands, and you're doing what you love. So advice for this week. Meditation for clarity. Let's see this card. So this is definitely a card. She's looking into the water here. So it's definitely a card that connects a lot with the Page of Cups. This cups is water. Okay, meditation for clarity. It can be hard for us to see things clearly, and the closer we are to them, the harder it can be. This is especially true when we are looking at ourselves or at an important issue that affects our lives. When strong emotion is involved, that makes it even tougher. But that doesn't mean it's impossible, just that we have to make a special effort to reach clarity. Again, I think it connects really well with the Seven of Swords here. Like I said, that, things aren't necessarily how they seem. And then we have emotions here. And, lovers, of course, love is a very strong emotion as well. So it looks like it could be an emotional week for you. Take time out while you're planning to meditate and really discover your values and what's important to you. And this, like I said, I think that you could be making things a little bit more difficult on yourself than they need to be. And that's just follow your intuition, because we've got intuition here, intuition here, intuition here. So meditate to discover your intuition. Sometimes it's really difficult to ask ourselves questions, but I think you really need to this week and find out, really what this plan needs to be, that it's going to be the best fit for you. Thank you, Group 2. If this resonated with you, please give me a nice thumbs up. And I would love to hear how your week went in the comments down below. Have a good week. Hello, Group 3. If you picked the Fuchsite, you are in the right spot. Or if it was the number that was calling for you, or just the way the cards were laid out. Sometimes I like, whatever looks like it's glowing to me is the one that I pick. So I hope this glows for you. Let's take a look at the cards. So we have the Eight of Wands, Six of Cups, Ace of Pentacles, and the Star card. Okay, well, right away, whatever happens this week, the Star is just a really great card. And, well, really the Ace of Pentacles is as well, because this is a lucky card. So you're going to have a lucky week. And the Star is just a really beautiful card. And we'll talk more about that, because, so whatever comes up, don't worry about it. Your week is going to turn out great. But at the beginning of it, it looks like things are pretty hectic. Look at the Eight of Wands. So many things are up in the air. It's a fast-moving energy. You may have been wanting this. This is probably something that you put in motion and you've been looking forward to, but it can still be overwhelming even if that's something that you want. This is, like I said, fast-moving energy. I also get a really good, a Dorothy vibe from this, Wizard of Oz vibe. We've got the tornado in the background, the red cape. So, this may be just if you've been looking at shoes, you should buy the shoes. That's your message for the week. That's your indication. But, okay, so we've got this hectic energy. I feel like this is going to be a fast-paced week for you. But what you really need to do is channel that energy. If you see this, I think you're going to do it like the Star. she is in command of that energy. She has got it balanced out. She has, air, fire, water, earth. She is in command of all of it. So even if you feel like you're starting off this week and you are not in command of it, as the week goes by, like I said, luck is on your side, and you are going to master this week. 6 of Cups, you might be feeling nostalgic. The little girl here represents childhood, maybe connecting with some childhood friends, old friends, maybe connecting with your inner child, and maybe that's how you need to move through the week. What's funny is when I think of being hectic and having way too much to do, and how am I going to get it done, I think about how I was in college because I got so much done in college and still had time to party. I don't know how I did it, but I did it. And maybe you need to dig deep within yourself. If you're feeling overwhelmed by something, how did you handle it in the past? How did you take this energy and move it into something productive for you? So we've got to redirect this chaotic energy, connect with yourself. Ace of Pentacles. Okay, so Pentacles is material things. This is, money, abundance. This is a really good card, starting off with something in that way. And then, like I said, it's the luck card. Look at, she's finding some money here. So maybe you are having an issue finding a job or having an issue at your job. But like I said, don't worry, the star is going to help you master that, or it's an indication that you're going to master that. So the star. One of my favorite quotes, I'm going to read it here, is from Carl Sagan. The nitrogen in our DNA, the calcium in our teeth, the iron in our blood, and the carbon in our apple pies were made of the interiors of collapsing stars. We are made of star stuff, and you are made of star stuff. So when you feel like maybe you can't handle a situation, yes, you got this. You are made of star stuff. You are a bright light in the dark sky. Balance it out. Find a way to balance all of these elements out, and you're going to get through it. And yes, it feels overwhelming at first, but you got this. Also, maybe you need to step back and look at the big picture. Maybe you are too close to the situation because the star is like a big picture card. Like I said, we are all connected because we are all made of the same star stuff. So a tiny little situation, and this happens to me all the time, where it's like the tiniest, most ridiculous situations that get me really upset, and I have to remember what I am made of. Remember, you are made of star stuff. Our advice for this week: joy and delight. I think this is a really great card. If you are starting off overwhelmed and you've got way too much to do, you've got this chaotic energy, remember you asked for that. And let's take a look at joy and delight and see what advice that has for us. Joy and delight. If you looked up joy in the dictionary, you will find a definition similar to a feeling of great happiness or pleasure, especially of an elevated or spiritual kind. In truth, joy means something a little bit different to everyone, but I think we can all agree that it is a rare and wonderful thing. Life is full of sadness and stress, which makes those fleeting moments of joy even more important. One truly joyous memory can get you through a lot of bad days. It doesn't matter how you define joy. What matters is that you seek it out and give it every opportunity to enter your life. And that when it does, you make sure you appreciate it to the fullest. If you can do something that brings joy to others, that's a bonus. So, This is a really beautiful card. Great advice for this week. Joy and delight. Take joy in little things. It really connects to this card in a couple ways. It said something about memory here. And I said this is a nostalgia card because we've got this girl here who represents our inner child. The other thing it said, which I like about this card as well, is bringing joy to somebody else's life, and that is represented here pretty well. We've got two people here handing off flowers. I mean, who doesn't like to get flowers? So if you have a chance, I know it's going to be hectic, to bring joy to somebody else's life, or even if somebody is trying to bring joy to your life, accept it. That's just going to make your week that much better. So yeah, Monday is probably going to be a Monday, but remember what you are made of. You've got luck on your side. Dig deep within yourself to get through it, and you've got this. So group number 3, I hope you have a wonderful week. And if you liked this message, if it resonated with you, give me a big thumbs up down below. Follow me. I'm going to be doing more of these once a week at least, and I'm going to do one for October as well. And I just hope you have a really beautiful week. It looks like it's going to be beautiful. And let me know in the comments how it goes. I'd love to hear. Thank you. Have a good week.